I don't want to be blue like vintage.
Oh.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the 86 Movie Review. I'm one of your hosts, Halloween Jack. Over here is another one of your hosts, Johnny Vintage, and we have a host from down under. Oh, no, we don't do that anymore. No. A host from, I don't even want to say a host from below. That sounds so weird. But anyway,
the basement.
We have a host from the basement, Frankie Apple Pie.
Hey,
so good to see all of you. So good to be back together. It seems like forever.
Yeah, it was only Tuesday.
Even though it was a couple days ago. Well, anyway, hey, Juke's too hot.
Wouldn't be a show without you, man.
No, it wouldn't be. I don't think Doc's going to be around. I think he's at Monster Bash right now.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah, I've been checking out.
That's happening this week. But that's a convention. One of these days, I got to make it too.
Where's that at?
Mars, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's Pennsylvania. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but no, Mars.
I know that's the best part about it. In fact, I mean, Duke should be there. You know, you just landed spaceship.
Yeah, see, Juke could be there. I mean,
he probably is there. He's there. He's multidimensional.
Yeah. Well, anyway, tonight was Johnny Vintage's pick, and he picked that as I see it quoted, the comedy spectacular. That was the tagline. 1941. All right, Vintage. Why did you pick this one?
Well, before I get started, let everybody know we're going to do a little improvisation tonight. At the end of this episode, stick with us because we're actually going to do the second episode of the SNL Season 1 reviews, where we do Episode 2 of Paul Simon. Don't worry, it will not be a long one. It will not be long.
It will be pretty short. Unlike this review, which is going to be really long.
All right.
Other shows.
And we can't even call it SNL. It's SN at this point.
Yeah.
It's not even SNL yet, but yeah.
Why did I pick this one? All right. This has a childhood memory attached to it for me. All right. And
I'm sorry.
I know.
Sorry about your childhood.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to do with anybody in particular, but
it sure does.
Oh boy,
we were kids. We were kids, and we were going to go see this. I forget. It was probably a Saturday or Sunday, but we had to kill time till the movie started, and so we walked around our neighborhood, Craddock in Portsmouth. And I had my Millennium Falcon, Star Wars Millennium Falcon I was carrying around. And he had a Draconian fighter, from Buck Rogers. So, and then we're flying them around the neighborhood for hours, killing time till we had to go. And then, of course, we go to our mall, which was Tower Mall, to see it. And then we go to the arcade, and he could beat me at the football game and nothing else. But it was an experience. It was a childhood memory, and I really, at one point, it was a good memory. It was a good cherished memory, and now it's sort of tainted. Yeah, exactly. The word I was thinking was tainted. But so I needed to have a new memory associated with this movie, and who better to have it with than you guys?
Yeah, repaint it.
A memory. Gosh, I just realized with this light on, I look like Two-Face.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's a good look too. Yeah.
Yeah, or the Hulk. You know, and they used to do Hulk this side and Bill Bixby on this side.
I'm gonna put my 3D glasses on and see if you.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah, you might slap you in the face for real. Oh, graphics is great. The new monitor is awesome.
So
wow.
So yeah, I needed to create a memory for it, and I remember as a kid, I was really looking forward to this. I was big watching in SNL. This came out in '79, so I love Belushi and Aykroyd. I love the Blues Brothers, and yeah. And so I was looking forward to this movie. Do I have other opinions watching it a second time? And plus, we watched the director's cut, which I had no idea existed until we watched it.
And you know why they did that director's cut? Because I mean, now you know what's weird about this? They kind of call this Spielberg's failure.
No,
but financially, this was made for $35 million, and worldwide it made $92 million. But when they stack it up against things like Jaws and Close Encounters, I guess what they're trying to say is this is his failure in the sense that it didn't make as much money, and it wasn't as big a blockbuster as the other movies he made. But yeah, I mean, they certainly make and back I don't know how much that would be in today's dollars, but I mean that's almost a $60 million profit. It's kind of weird for them calling this as failure.
Well, like you said, standards.
Yeah, I'll get into when I saw this. So that was the first time you had seen it vintage at the movies?
I saw it at the movies, yes.
All right. What about you, Frankie?
I saw it on TV, probably not long after it was released to the cable channels or the pay channels, because they used to release like a year or so after the movie was on in the theaters. I was excited to see it. At the time, I really enjoyed it, maybe because a half hour shorter than this one was. I don't know. but I do think there was a lot of details left out that still, even with the additional footage added, still doesn't make a lot of sense in a lot of areas. But Aykroyd, Belushi, right there, you got my attention. And I went there expecting to find like a Martin Lewis type of combo thing. Like they're not the Blues Brothers, but they're doing an army movie. Great. It should have been more of them. And Steven Spielberg, who I adore, I think he's fantastic. I love his work. I don't crucify him for this, but this is why Hitchcock never did a musical. No matter how brilliant you are, just some things should be left to the other people that are better at it. It felt like he was trying to make an airplane movie, or Naked Gun or something, but with a higher budget. But yeah, we'll get into that with our peeves and pluses.
Yeah, I mean, like you, I think the first time I saw this was on HBO, and back in the day,
probably like 81.
You didn't have all the multiple HBOs, but HBO, I guess, didn't have as much money to buy as many movies. So the ones you saw, because I think I saw Mandingo about 100 times.
Oh hell yeah! All times of the day.
Yeah. And I didn't really watch this past the first time I had seen it, which I had seen it on HBO. I mean, to be honest with you, like I said kiddingly, that there were two movies I would never watch again. That was The Exorcist Part 2. I gave a hard 9 rating before you even okay. And this was one of them. But believe it or not, I like this better with the extended version, because I think there was a lot more to it, a lot more that was explained, and we'll get into this. I mean, it was made by Universal and Columbia Pictures. You didn't think that two companies could make a stinker, It's like when you see movies today and you see how many people, they list all the companies that make it, and you think to yourself, well, geez, how many companies does it make to make a piece of crap? And I don't mean that with this one. Let's see, sorry, I got to put my glasses on. It was written by Robert Zemeckis and his partner in crime, Bob, I forget his name. I mean, Zemeckis had hits and misses throughout his career, because he did Ghost Ship, or he produced it. As a producer, he was more of a failure than he was a writer. He produced Ghost Ship, House of Wax, but yet he was executive producer on Tales from the Crypt, the HBO series. He did Back to the Future. Of course, he wrote that. He wrote the Chopper episode of Night of the Living Dead. He wrote Polar Express, The Frighteners, that's a movie someday we're gonna.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I would say a miss was Bordello of Blood. That Tales from the Crypt movie.
Yeah.
That kind of. I mean, the first Tales from the Crypt movie, Demon Knight.
The Super Soakers with the holy water in them.
Yes. Yeah. No, the Frighteners. Yeah, that was the Frighteners. But no, Bordello of Blood. Yeah, you're right. They did it in that too. But his kind of thing is zany comedies, which is what this kind of reads to me. What he was trying to do here. And I mean, what a great cast too. I mean, my gosh, how many people were in this? And if I don't know if you saw some of the people, Mickey Rourke. This was his first appearance. Mm-hmm. James Caan was in a blink or miss because he was one of the sailors that was during the fight in the street. Mm-hmm. And I also loved another cameo, which I don't know if you guys noticed that. When the sailor went thrown through the window and you see somebody sitting at the table eating spaghetti. Did you notice that?
I noticed that. I don't know who that is.
It was John Belushi.
Was it Belushi?
Yes, it was Belushi. I mean, I caught that right.
I'll have to go back and look at
it. Oh, that's funny.
But I mean, my gosh, you got Ned Beatty. You got Lorraine Gray from Jaws. I mean, that's gosh, so many good people in this.
Lenny and Squiggy.
Yes.
I missed them. I don't know if I got distracted, but I was like, yeah, think about it. You got Penny Marshall, you got Lenny and Squiggy. You had almost the whole major cast of Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
They were on
the rooftop. They were on a rooftop, the Gunners on a rooftop.
Yeah.
Oh, is that okay? Yeah, I kind of missed that. But then Elijah Cook, that character actor, he was in.
Oh yeah.
Dan Kafla, who was he played the embalmer in Return of the Living Dead. I mean, there's so many different cameos in this.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's great.
Which we'll get into later. Like I said, I have a ton of notes here. Anyway, let's get on to our likes. Frankie Apple Pie.
Cool. I do have a lot of likes in this movie. I mean, I definitely didn't hate it. I do have a lot of gripes with it too. I don't know. It was just a bit long to watch for this kind of movie. It was just like a nonstop chaos, it seemed. I didn't really feel like I got a chance to really catch my breath. But as far as likes, we'll go with that. We'll get that stuff later. Yeah, Lenny and Squiggy, that little quick thing. I mean, I noticed Lenny at first, and I thought he just, because I caught his name, but then I look over, I see Squiggy too. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful.
It was great.
So many things Belushi and Aykroyd did, but on top of everything, the thing I remember I loved about this movie that I was anxious to see it again because I remembered it. The whole scene with Slim Perkins.
Yes.
Every bit he was in, I think was hysterical, and oh my god, and the reaction of the Japanese soldiers, and then you get Christopher Lee in there, playing a nut.
And Christopher Lee does speak fluent German, so
he was nailing it.
Not overdubbed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot I was. Nancy Allen, oh boy, she's a beautiful girl. But I didn't. Oh yeah, again that'll be something. But it was great when she was in an airplane, getting all randied up, and she's playing with all the gadgets and the gears and the plane and the bomber, and the guys are trying to work on the plane, and she's like knocking them, doing things, knocking them off.
So you said you were about to say she was playing with the knobs, weren't you?
Yeah.
That was later in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that kind of was like a Porky's moment to me.
Yeah, but that's part of the big. I loved when Robert Stack was on the base and he's talking to all these people and he's saying part of that same scene. I can assure you there'll be no bombs rolling on this. Rolls right out and blows up. The three kids in Jap Trap. That was they were.
Oh yeah.
You know, every time you do them, and that was like a yay. It also cracked me up when they take the when they take the plane later when they take the plane from the other people, and the guy doesn't know how to fly it, and he's driving it all over the place.
Don't you love what he's like? Well, maybe we could stay in the car. It's kind of like an airplane. And she's like, no.
But Spielberg reused part of that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark with the same plane, and where Indy's fighting the bald guy, and he ends up getting.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of stuff. Yeah. Believe it or not, reused in Raiders of the Lost Ark. A lot of props.
Why not? Why not? You know, it's like you paid for
it. That's the Roger Corman way of filming. You know, so maybe you know.
But when you have an expensive piece of footage or special effects or something like that, hell yeah, definitely reuse it. Just the money and the stuff that they did. That was like the end with the Ferris wheel. That was all like a model, right? Like a miniature. Yeah. I mean, that was insane. It's just wow. When the ninja general, I mean, not the Japanese general is talking about sending the guys in to scope the place out and stuff like that. And he says, "My men are descendants of ninja, you know, the ninja descendants." And then the guys are running around disguised as like Christmas trees, doing stupid shit like scratching their ass and crap.
Well, and the one guy having ornaments on too. I
guess
the lead guy having the ornaments and the garland. that was good.
Oh, that's how they ended up catching Slim Perkins, our Hollis E. Wood, Hollis E. Wood. All right, first off, what I should have said from the very beginning, there's no way you probably like this movie from that opening, that scene when the submarine comes in with the periscope and the girl, and that was cool too. The fact that he goofed on his own movie, you know, Jaws.
Yeah. And they did that in one of the airplane movies too. To me, there's a lot of similarities here, even though Spielberg really didn't have anything to do with airplane.
Yeah.
You know, you had Robert Stack, playing the general. And another bit of trivia, because that's what I'm about. They wanted John Wayne or Charlton Heston to play that role that general or Sitwell.
Yeah. John
Wayne felt that
un-American, right?
Yes, yeah. And Charlton Heston did too, to a point. But I found out Charlton Heston also had something against Spielberg because he wanted the part of Brody in Jaws.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they actually wanted Schneider, who was, of course, Brody, to be in this, and he couldn't be in it for some reason. But that's what they're saying. That Heston might have had a little beef with Spielberg about not getting that part.
Too bad.
Robert Stack, he was funny.
Oh, I love Robert Stack. He was great in the Beavis and Butthead movie.
Well, don't forget, what was the TV series he did?
Most Wanted?
No. Well, he was in the Untouchables. He did that.
What was it? Unexplained Mysteries? Or
something like that. Yeah, he was the host of that too. Yeah.
Unsolved Mysteries. That's it.
Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah.
I don't know what part it was, but the part where the guy says, "Hey, let's have some Negroes come in and we'll have a race riot." Because
that's going to get back into another part too. Yes.
The Army guys are fighting the Navy guys, and oh my god, it was insane. They're just shooting at everything. The Jerry Lewis guy and his puppet Herbie. I'm sorry, I liked it. I mean, you normally when somebody makes fun of somebody that is a unique thing, like Jerry Lewis. It's Jerry Lewis. It's no other Jerry Lewis. Who are those guys in that Bela Lugosi movie? The knockoff Lewis and Martin.
Jerry Lewis. I thought he was doing Sammy Petrillo from Bela Lugosi meets a broken gorilla.
Was that the same guy?
No. Decent's on. That's what I think about.
Yeah, I know. I think I did a better job, and I love the puppet.
Oh yeah.
We should get his number for Jenny.
And it's funny when I was watching it, that's what went through my head when I saw the dummy.
Yeah.
You're picturing Jenny getting wood. Damn, HJ.
Yeah, I don't know. Strange things go through my head.
Belushi and Aykroyd through the whole thing, despite the fact that they did not have enough screen time. I mean, again, we'll get to that. But Aykroyd, especially once he got the brain damage, the shit he was doing was just like, it was just too much fun. And then the ending, of course, Ned Beatty and all that, the whole crap with him and the gun and the family. I thought that was great. Enjoyed that. I got other stuff, but that's enough for now. Hear what you guys got to say if there's anything left.
You know, it's weird too that part with Eddie Deason and it was Warren Oates.
Yeah.
They originally wanted Jackie Gleason and Art Carney to do that.
Oh my God! On the Ferris.
That would have been amazing and believe it or not, I mean, Gleason said he wouldn't work with Art Carney again, and
Really?
I never understood why, even though they did work in a movie after that. I forget what the name of it was, but I mean, they were good. But can you imagine if that was Jackie Gleason and Art Carney on the Ferris wheel?
That would have been amazing, no matter what they did.
And I think they wrote that dialogue with that in mind because it kind of sounds similar. But all right, anyway, Mr. Vintage, what's your likes?
Well, given this opportunity to watch it again, I haven't seen it probably 26 years, 27.
Yeah.
And even though I have it on DVD, I hadn't watched the DVD. I just picked it up as I do. I'd replaced my VHS copy, which I got at JCPenney outlet store, which, you know, it's one of their lower performance stores, or it's in a bad mall. It was in a bad mall. And so anyway, I digress. Yeah, it was. It was probably about $5 for a new.
We're all guilty. We've all dove into the $5 bin and picked up movies that we loved. We knew we probably would never watch until we did a show like this.
So I get to look at it in a different light this time, and again, you know, me observing stuff. One of the things I really love about this movie is all the practical effects and the sets.
Yes,
it's incredible. It is. I mean, and Frank touched on it. The whole Ferris wheel scene. You know, that's miniatures, and you know. The only thing you can pick apart is there's no way that Ferris wheel is going to stay lit up the whole time it rolls down. It's really cool, though. Okay.
Really long extension cord.
And I have to tell you, there were some effects that made me felt like I was watching a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
That's some of the airplane scenes, but you don't think about that, you know? And that's the way Spielberg wanted it. He wanted practical effects.
Yeah. Let me tell you, the airplane scene, I kept reminiscing to Batman. And when the Joker shoots down the bat wing.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of too, yeah.
This film could have inspired so many other films, plus it had all these other film references within the film itself. You know, just like the opening scene, the scrolling scene, it's just like Star Wars. It's kind of scrolling and telling you what's going on. And probably Spielberg giving a shout out to his buddy George.
Oh, yeah,
But let's see, what did I put down as... Yeah, it's funny. One of my favorite quotes was the one you just quoted when, what's his name? Sal Stewart, the guy that's the guy with the mouse on his shoulder. The girl asks him what's his real name, and he goes, Raoul Lipschitz. But Lipschitz, yeah.
You got to it before I did.
He made the point when he's on the radio at the end after all the riots and stuff, and then he's saying what happened. He thinks it's the armed servicemen, and he did that quote. So maybe in the future we can have some Negroes come in and we'll see riot.
Race riot.
Yeah, race riot right here. Yeah, I loved that little Winnie and Squiggy was there.
You know who that Negro was, right? Did you remember him later on? He was actually, who was it? Nick Nolte's boss in 48 Hours.
Oh God. Yeah.
Because remember, he was the one that was always knocking Eddie Murphy down. That was him. Yeah.
Oh, he was great.
Well, I loved when he was running and he ran past the general. The general goes, "What is that?" And it appears to be a
It appears to be. I have that written down too. Yes.
See, I should just let you go first. You know, I don't.
Yeah. Well, I have some. Maybe you guys can tell me what I meant here. I don't know why I wrote it down. I just have a line. The gun was real. I don't know why I wrote that.
What, the howitzer type gun, or are we talking like?
Oh, Okay, that's what it was. Thank you. That was actually a true story. That they actually put a howitzer on somebody's property in Maine during the war because they thought that was where they were going to come in, not Los Angeles or whatever, in Maine. I don't understand why in Maine.
Damn, that's a long ass trip for them Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I read, that was a true story, that a gun was put on somebody's property. Thank you. That was going to drive me crazy. I didn't remember what I put the gun was real, but that's yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No. I'll probably go through some of these in closing, but we'll skirt through it. I like the kid eating the soup with the gas mask.
He's doing a bonehead or something.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I remember seeing that in the original or not. For some reason, I probably would have.
Well, you know what? There was 25 more minutes more than that actually than what you remember. So that might have been another part.
And all I can do is picture the kid in another 10 years. He's using the gas mask to inhale something else. And I think one of my favorite parts about doing this with y'all is that I've got HJ that watched a movie that had a musical number in it, and it's a Christmas movie.
That's my last note.
And I was going to ask you that. This is not. Are you going to tell me this is a Christmas movie? It's not a Christmas movie.
The trees, the ninja trees.
Yeah,
and the Santas and everything. I get it, but it's not a Christmas movie. Don't get me going down that road, please.
Well, December 8th.
That's going to be a whole episode
9th,
one night between all of us. We're going to do, is it a Christmas movie or not?
Or not, yeah. Christmas or not. There you go. That's a good one.
Coming
Die Hard.
On the 86.
Oh, is it my turn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I've got all kinds of. I'll catch everything in the end anyway. So it's okay.
All right. Well, before I get to my likes, I got a couple more pieces of trivia. Originally, I guess because of Saturday Night Live and Belushi doing, Samurai Taylor, Samurai, they actually were going to have him play the Japanese captain. But then that's when they turned around and changed everything. And the guy that they did have him play, his name is Toshiro Mifune. He was actually a real veteran, Japanese veteran, and he got kind of insulted at the fact that the Japanese actors were not taking it seriously. So he went to Spielberg and he says, "Can I handle this?" And Spielberg said, "Yeah, go ahead." And he started acting like a drill sergeant with them and actually slapping them around. And I'm like, damn, that's... I mean, he felt a little insulted by this movie, but I mean, it was a comedy. You know what I'm saying?
I thought the guys are great, the Japanese soldiers.
Oh, he was wonderful. And Christopher Lee. I mean, you had all these great comedic actors in this movie. And my favorite parts were with Slim Pickens and the soldiers, the Japanese soldiers. Yeah. I mean, to me, they overshadowed the rest of the comedic, people in this. After this was made, they said that Belushi made a shirt that said Spielberg, 1946 to 1941. It was going to be the end of his career, but I mean, I'll get to my dislikes later, but I'm just saying Pickens and the Japanese and Christopher Lee. I mean, who thought that with all this comedic talent that these guys would be the funniest things in the film? To me, I mean, they put Belushi as the main character, as the star of this, I guess, because of Animal House. But I mean, he really didn't have that much screen time if you think about it, as compared to everybody else.
Right too.
But, oh my gosh, the part that really cracked me up was when they were trying to put the radio inside of the sub.
Oh God!
And they turned around and said,
"He's smaller."
I had that written down. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, that was hilarious." Yeah, well, one day we got to make these things smaller, which they did. And then with Pickens, with his, I'll give you my rank and social security number. That cracked me up. The Jaws opening I liked. The compass and the Cracker Jacks.
Oh,
They were looking for the compass, and they fed. And believe it or not, that was a throwback to Pickens being in Doctor Strangelove, because they had a scene that was very similar to that, where they were going through his stuff.
And him riding the rocket, you know.
Yes, yeah. What else? Yeah, I mean, and the other part that I liked, but I found weird, was when they were dancing in the ballroom, and you had Hitler's face on the floor. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, that's a lot of my favorite parts right now. So
I forgot another cameo that we didn't mention. The Little Rascals. Did you see them?
Oh no! See, I got to go back and look at that, because I looked it up, and they said that was at the very beginning.
Yeah.
When they throw the guy out, and they said to the little and I didn't see that. I miss Lenny and Squiggy too.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is one of those movies you got to pay attention to catch all that stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Those are my likes. I'm pretty sure that Vintage didn't think I was going to have that many likes for this film, but I did.
I don't know what to expect. To be honest.
I'll continue. I'll say this now. No, I'll save it for the end. Okay. Anyway, let's get to what you dislike about this. I'm going to start with you, Vintage. You have any dislikes?
Well, it's hard to say the length, because you watch the director's cut, so you know it's going to be longer than anything else. But regardless, I still like it. So let's see if I had any real dislikes here. This talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, another Christmas movie.
Here's nitpicky stuff. The kids that dug the Jap trap, right? Where the hell did all that dirt go? Because that was a huge effing hole, man.
Oh my god.
Christmas season.
Also, like the parachute jump that Belushi did.
Oh, that was another thing. Remember when they were loading him into the plane?
Yeah.
They were lifting him up, and he went on the wing and he slipped. You know that was real?
Up and over.
They decided to leave that in.
Wow.
That was not planned. He actually did fall off the wing of the plane, and they decided to leave it in.
Oh,
but it was good. What? Yeah.
Well, Spielberg just gave him his leash and just said, let him do it. Have extra cameras on him. And they were afraid he was going to be a problem. But there was reports of, no, he was actually really friendly on the set. And he was, it was cool.
Well, that's because Chevy Chase wasn't in the movie.
Wow. Well, and plus, I guess Aykroyd was kind of minding him, as it was said, kind of keeping an eye on him, making sure he was on set on time and shit.
I can't wait till we do a review of the Blues Brothers, because that'll be fun to talk about.
Oh, boy. Good thing Carrie Fisher already passed, because if she died afterwards reviewing it, it would be like...
Did Ned Beatty tell his daughter to go fuck some soldiers? Did he?
Yeah, pretty much. I love Ned Beatty in this one. He was great.
Yeah, he was in that. And
we're gonna sync us up.
Let's see. I'll leave that for closing. I just don't really have any really negative things to talk about. It's just all nitpicky stuff. I like how Belushi crashed into the water, and he's coming up the sub, and you see the smoke from a cigar. Anyway, I don't really have too many dislikes on this movie. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so we'll go with you, Frankie.
Do you want to go first?
To be honest with you, I don't really have, believe it or not, that many. I mean, I just kind of felt that you had such a great cast. I mean, John Candy, Belushi, and like I said, I found Slim Pickens, Christopher Lee, and the Japanese soldiers funnier than the rest of the cast. But I mean, to be honest with you, I put at the beginning as I was watching it, I felt it was a waste of Belushi's talents in the beginning. But as the movie went on, I made a little notation there that, oh no, I mean, then they expanded his character at the end, and it was all Belushi. I mean, that was him. I'm not a fan of Treat Williams either.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
Yeah. Especially
his character annoyed the heck out of me, and
he was a what do they call those people? I mean, against their will, he was like a
yeah.
I don't know. He was going to be a rapist. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I mean, and who's the girl? I don't know. It's weird. I understand that they gave top billing to a lot of the other actors because they were bigger at that time. But oh gosh, what's her name?
Also in what, Delta House? Was she in Animal House too? The girl you're talking about, the one that was after?
No, actually she was in Eight Is Enough. She played the oldest daughter in Eight Is Enough, the blonde haired one.
No, I was talking about the brunette, the heavyset brunette that was.
Oh, that's Wendy Jo Sperber. But
also,
I mean,
Buddies too, right?
Yes,
that's right. That's it. Damn it! I've been trying to figure where it is.
Yeah, it's Diane Kay. She played Nancy Bradford in Eight Is Enough.
Okay.
The oldest daughter. She was really good in this, and I was surprised she didn't get. She was in it to me more than a lot of the other actors.
Yeah,
and she did not get top billing. I mean, she was kind of listed as also starring.
Yeah,
and I kind of felt she should have gotten a higher billing because she was the main focus of this. Let's see. Yeah, Treat Williams as an actor, I'm like, I wasn't too crazy about him. I mean, he was good in Hair. He was good in that. What else did I have? The whole bomb joke or the airplane joke, like I said, I wrote down. It reminds me of Porky's, which I don't remember. When did Porky's come out? Did they come out? That came out later, I guess.
Yeah, that had to be later.
Yeah. The only other thing I said was the costumes of the guys waiting outside of the dance. It reminded me of Morris Day and the Time.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I understand that was a style back then.
Yeah. Morris Day and the MF.
And I don't know. I mean, the guy that turned out to be the hero that she kept going after. At first, his character annoyed me too.
Yes.
Because he was like, I felt he was nerdy.
Yeah, womanizer.
Turned out to be the hero.
Perv.
Whatever. But I mean that's about my dislikes to it. And I thought I'd have a lot more of it. Like I said, maybe now that I'm older and mature, watching this, I mean, let's face it. I think the first time I watched it, I was like in my mid-20s.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really a kind of fan of that. I mean, I'm a fan of zany comedies. I love Laurel and Hardy, that slapstick kind of humor and everything. At the time I was watching this, I kind of felt that's what it was trying to be, and I guess that's why it didn't impress me that many years ago. Gosh, 43 years ago? But no, I had a whole new appreciation for it.
4 or 3 years ago.
All right, Frankie, what do you dislike?
Okay. I thought the leading cast, not the one that they proposed. I mean, even though it's probably alphabetical, Aykroyd, Belushi, but still, the guys they focused most on was annoying. You have Aykroyd, you got Belushi, like we mentioned, you got all these amazing talents, but they're focusing on these guys trying to get laid, and I'm like, this is that's like his character. He always plays one of those guys. Yeah, but still,
like from Animal House,
Like I mentioned before, Alfred Hitchcock. He's another brilliant. They're up there. Steven Spielberg's. He can rub shoulders with that guy, but Alfred Hitchcock didn't make musicals, so Steven Spielberg doing slapstick satire comedy. You know, he even admitted he probably spent too much focus on other things he didn't delegate. He tried to do too much for the movie. And yeah, his comedy is better when it's like subtle and when it's at least stuck in, like with Poltergeist and you know, I mean, the way he uses comedy there is far more brilliant than anything that was on this.
Yeah, subtle. You're right, subtle comedy.
Yeah, and
you mentioned musicals. You know that he had considered making this a musical.
Oh, why not? Couldn't get any worse.
He felt it would have saved it. That's what he. Well, he. I think I read it was like halfway through making this. He suddenly said, "Well, maybe I should have made this a musical." But,
oh man.
No, he would have.
Maybe just because I think people were hoping to see another like an Animal House type movie because you got the Blues Brothers in there and all that stuff, and that was just disappointing. I mean, the lack of use of Belushi and Aykroyd was kind of He suddenly focused on those guys trying to score at the. I was like, dude, and Nancy Allen, she's a better actress than that. She's just like an airplane horror or whatever. Weird airplane fetish. Too much. Yeah, like I said, there's too much time spent on the dorks trying to get laid. Did you notice there was like a glam or a glow filter through most of the film that kind of made it look?
Yeah.
I think they did that to make it look more retro or whatever, more like Hollywood. But it was annoying the hell out of me. If anything, it was making me nauseous. I would have liked it better if it was a clean cut or whatever, a better, I was waiting for that crazy night lighting that they used to do back in the day that we loved so much. Because it's a Steven Spielberg movie, the sexual innuendos overkill too much. There was just way too much of it. I thought, I mean, any chance they could show girls panties and stuff like that. Like I said, because it's Steven Spielberg, it's like, dude, you're better than this. You don't have to go for the cheap. I mean, I'm surprised there weren't a bunch of fart jokes in it, But it just in the innuendos is just too much for I don't know when I compare it to his other movies and how well they're crafted. Like the one that's coming out tomorrow, I'm really excited about Disclosure. Like Minimal San Antonio, Maxine. I'm sorry, she was great in Bosom Buddies and other stuff, but she annoyed the hell out of me in this one. I just wanted to just drop her off somewhere and leave her there. Yeah, Spielberg. Why is he trying to make an airplane or a Naked Gun comedy farce style movie? Leave it to the Wayne brothers or somebody else. Guys that are really really good at it. And just a waste of budget and stunts at the time. All that stuff now they could just computer green screen whatever and. I don't know. I just think what he could have done with he could have toned this down more, spent a little less on it, a bit more focus on Belushi and that kind and get rid of some of the there's too much going on, too many side stories, too hard to keep track. If you broke down some of the stories, the screen time would probably be like 2-3 minutes, like the Jerry Lewis guy and the Ferris wheel couple there. I think it could have been instead of. When the company said, yeah, go ahead, do it. It's great that he tried to fix it by adding more stuff, but this is definitely a movie that shouldn't be sitting you down for more than 90 minutes.
And it's funny you talked about those jokes. I that's what I had written down here. I said juvenile humor.
Yeah.
It was
just a step above fart jokes, but the sexual stuff between the guys, they were just like guys in school that were just too horned out. It's like, dude, just get a magazine. Go away. Get away from me. I'm tired of hearing you. Jesus. But whenever they had Aykroyd, it's like brilliant. It left me wanting more of that, and I just felt like I just kept getting pushed away from that storyline, and had to watch these idiots fumble around.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you had this great cast. I mean, John Candy to me was very underused.
Oh, John Candy, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how I felt too. Aykroyd, Belushi,
I did like the scene where Candy was blackface. The other
the other guy was whiteface,
and the other guy told Candy to get to the back of the tank.
Get in the back of the tank.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, John. I mean, Anything else to add to this? This is your.
What, are we up to rating it? Are we or final thoughts? Are we doing final thoughts? And
No, we'll do ratings. We'll do ratings first. Being it's your baby, what are you going to give it?
I have really. This is the hardest thing for me all day. Is how would I really rate this film outside of being, memory of my childhood and whatnot. And I keep setting it at 7.5. I just that's about where I'm at. I mean, it could be an 8, but I'm at a 7.5. I'm going to stick with 7.5, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Okay. What about you, Frankie?
Echo, deja vu. Really, I wanted to give it an 8, but because I like Spielberg and a lot of stuff. Just a few things are just based on the way I remember it. I just my first memory of it was a good one because I enjoyed it, and especially the crazy staining parts. But again, it was a long time ago. So 7.5. I wish I could do an 8, but he definitely he has a whole list of 10s on with me. So you can get away with a 7.5. You can deal with it. Steven Spielberg. I mean.
Okay. You want to be shocked?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me! After all, I hate this movie. You got a whole point more than we do.
And I'll tell you why. Because maybe it was because it was an extended version, and there was a lot more scenes that made sense to me than it did.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, you're talking about 25, 27 more minutes than the original movie. And like I said, I saw it a long time ago, and I have to say that I really enjoyed it this time. I did enjoy watching it. I guess maybe the whole World War II thing and
Yeah.
Them invading, them invading our territory, which didn't really happen, but the what if aspect of this and everything. Plus, I didn't want to rate it lower than the Starling or even.
Well, game practice for Raiders of the Lost Ark working in that kind of environment. Era. No, really, it was like that type of era.
I'm telling you, I surprised myself because I watched it today, and it's a long watch. I mean, I watched it this morning. I didn't pull the. I'm watching it 2 hours before we go on, and I really enjoyed it more than I did originally watching it.
It was the Jaws scene, the girl, and yeah.
It was funny too because they were trying to make it look like she was naked, but when she jumped off, I don't know if it was because it was like a director's cut or a Blu-ray copy. You could see that she was wearing something. I don't know if you noticed that, but I mean,
she wasn't wearing when it was behind.
I was looking. I was like, "What, is she naked?" Oh no. No, I mean, maybe it's my maturity now. I don't know. Sometimes it happens with me. I watch things from a long time ago. It's either one or two. It's either the opposite effect where you watch something from a long time ago and you watch it now and you were like, how the hell did I like that back then?
Priscilla's like that. She says that there's movies like, oh, we got to watch this, like Beaches. And then after watching, it was like, it's not a she says. It's like,
I mean, this kind of was the opposite with me. But it was more engaging to me. And again, maybe watching the 1 hour and 58-minute version back in 1982 or whenever it was on HBO was different to me. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5.
Cool.
Well, that's awesome. I thought we were going to be like looking at 6.5 or something.
No, I actually really enjoyed it, and I think I can appreciate the humor more. Awesome. Like I said, sometimes a maturity. You're wiser. Some people are stupider. Some people are wiser.
When it works out like that, I'm all for it. As opposed to when we watch a movie, it's like, what the hell? We can't get those 2 hours back.
Oh, believe me, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, 2.5 hours. I gotta watch
this movie off.
And we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so final thoughts, Frankie?
Me, I would have enjoyed this more if somebody else directed it and Steven Spielberg could have focused on something more fantastic at the time. But you know what? I can appreciate and understand him wanting to do this. I'm sure it was like just a passion project in a sense. He probably enjoyed those type of movies, and he definitely he didn't even audition Belushi. He hired him just based on in Aykroyd, based on Saturday Night Live. He liked him on Saturday Night Live. I love the fact that they treated Belushi like he was an artist that he was, you know, and even he had dialogue and script. Belushi's like, well, he probably, I bet this guy, you know, not really. If it's already, I'll toss the script and just kind of improv. And Spielberg's like, yeah, you know, because you imagine the guy would be more like grunting and groaning and things. And yeah, I have to admit, the last half hour of this movie, I was really engaged and I was really enjoying it. Everything was coming together. There was a little bit more going on with Belushi. Belushi was trying to shoot down the guy and Nancy Allen. I was like, come on, take those assholes down. Because I'm sorry, they were the worst part. And like you said, Treat Williams, that guy annoyed the shit out of me. I was like, somebody please, like, take him out, you know, like knock his ass out or something. He did get his. Yoke was on him at the end.
That was the other part I had written down. I just wrote eggs.
Yep.
That was funny. Yeah.
You got egg on me. I hate eggs. I know people like that.
Oh, I do too. I know people, not that they hate eggs, they can't eat them. Yeah. So that kind of resonated with me, that part.
Yeah. I between the two copies, I don't know. I would have to watch the original version to judge but I think you're right. For some reason, I thought I remembered the Slim Perkins thing being like at the beginning of the movie, or more at the beginning. But now it was like more like in the middle. But I don't know. I just
yeah, maybe it was in the 2-hour version. Who knows what they got out? I mean, I'd have to go back and look. But
yeah, because it's one thing I like, you know, when they do that, seeing the comparisons, the editing differences, sometimes how they can retell the story just with a few different scenes. It's like, wow, that's crap.
So that whole Christmas tree thing was hilarious.
Oh my God. That inspired me. That scene with the Christmas trees, that inspired me for a future watch. And I'm hoping it's one we can do as a mystery watch along, Retribution.
Cool.
So I'm gonna have to check it out. If it is, you guys in trouble.
Oh, boy.
Hope you like it.
I'm sweating out what we're going to be in for next week. You know.
Oh boy.
Anyway, Vintage. Final thoughts.
Just because I gave it a 7.5, this film is still a good work. You just watch it. Watch it once. It's worth it. Okay?
It is worth it.
It's not a perfect film. That's why I can't give it a 10. It's got its drawbacks, but it's still, and to me on a personal level, it still means a lot. And this review means a lot too. This is pretty cool. And I'm glad HJ turned around, because he really was dreading watching this. And I'm like, oh
yeah. I mean, basically,
I didn't do it on purpose. Not like when we watch Xanadu in the future.
You're gonna love it, Jack. Trust us. You're gonna love it.
No.
So let me scroll through my notes here. I mean, literally, as an adolescent kid, how could you not like a movie that starts out with a girl skinny dipping, right? My one question is, how far out did she swim to where she had a submarine underneath her? See, it's just one of those things that go through my head. I'm like,
that's a really good point. Yeah, shore doesn't drop that quickly.
I'm like, damn, you're pretty confident in your swimming skills if you're like going way out and back. I'm like,
nah, so you have nice lungs.
Indeed. Let's see. I liked how the guy used an air raid siren to steal the zoot suit.
Yes.
Again, this is like the sets on this the money spent on the sets is amazing. Plus, they got all those extras that had to get paid in that fight scene, for crying out loud. I don't know how many people.
Jester.
Did you know that Mickey Rourke was in there?
Yeah, you mentioned that. All right.
Did I? And I don't remember seeing him, but I read that he was in there.
Yeah.
I briefly saw James Caan, and I saw Belushi eating the spaghetti, but it said this was like the first film Mickey Rourke was in, and I was trying to find him, and I was like, couldn't find him.
Here's other notes I skipped over. The movie Dumbo, I always kind of felt that was a depressing ass movie. But I liked the flying Dumbo ride at Disney World when I was a kid. So you're flying Dumbo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was never a fan of Dumbo. It's
depressing as hell.
So is fucking Bambi, for Christ's sakes.
Bambi too. Oh, I'm telling you, in a sense, so was 101 Dalmatians. That might not have ended on a depressing note, but the whole thing about, I mean, I'm telling you, when I hate Disney movies, animated, they're too dramatic for children. They're almost traumatizing. A woman trying to get 101 Dalmatians so she can make a coat out of them and skin them. Come on, Disney movie.
When the kid was turned into the donkey, that was scary as shit.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude, when you're a kid, you don't want to see. I mean, look at Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Yay, great. Mary Poppins, great. Yeah. These animated movies, and they make them in. Now, so you got me off on a tangent. I didn't want to go on.
We'll have to do a special 86 on
dark
Disney movies that are too violent for kids and us.
Too traumatizing, too dramatic.
That's why I am where I am now, damn it.
The 86 movies that upset HJ.
Yeah.
That would be a long episode, let me tell you.
Pepto-Bismol episode.
I forgot. I liked when the one crazy colonel told the guy to go out and check for stilts with John Belushi.
No, with Tim Matheson.
Was it Tim? Oh, it was Tim Matheson. Yeah, you're right.
He kicked him in the shins. Yeah.
But Belushi punched somebody for.
Oh yeah, he punched that one.
Kicked Belushi in the leg.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And I liked when Ned Beatty's trying to load his gun up, and he's just throwing shells at the shotgun, trying to get it to load up. Who does that?
I tell you what, to be honest with you too, the whole thing with Aykroyd kind of annoyed me. About him getting hit in the head, and then he was like out of it for the whole movie. That was like, come on, another waste of talent there. You know?
Oh, well, he was funny though. Shit.
It wasn't the whole movie, but it was most of his parts at the end.
Most of his parts. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Him hanging out the end of the tank, and I forget all the shit he was saying.
And then I'm talking about they smack him to talk about the how to load the gun, and he's talking about General Electric ovens or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Detail a typical Aykroyd rant.
Yeah.
This movie has a lot of actors and shout outs for stuff in its time, and I think it's worth a watch. I could go on final thoughts, but it is worth watching. You got nothing else to watch. You watch this. If you could see the extended version, knock yourself out. But I liked it as a kid. I still like it, and I'm glad that HJ ended up liking it. He gave it a higher score than I did, so that's amazing. So,
well, like I said, this was one of those movies I thought I'd never watch again. But and to be honest with you, I know maybe a lot of people would want the Japanese soldiers to get theirs in the end. I was glad they got away.
Yeah.
I was glad that they were like, we've honored ourselves. They were, to me, they were the highlight of the movie.
Yes, I agree.
I'm telling you, Christopher, who would have thought if you had a movie with Aykroyd, John Candy, Belushi, I mean, all the people, comedians that were in this, and to me, they were the funny, Christopher Lee,
Slim Perkins and Blazing Saddles.
I'm telling you, when they opened up that Cracker Jacks thing, or they didn't call it Cracker Jacks, what was it, Papa Jacks?
Yeah, they call it.
They opened it up and they found the compass in it. Oh my gosh, I was laughing out loud.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. Like I said, maybe with AJ, I appreciated this more. But thanks. Hey, this is what it's about, Vintage. Thanks for picking this. I mean, sometimes you feel it's going to be something out of your comfort zone, and then you realize, hey, it wasn't that bad. And that's kind of how I felt about this. Anyway, before I talk about anything else, Vintage, we have anything you want to? I know better.
Well, first, next week we're doing the Retribution, and it'll be my mystery.
Yours, right?
And, we'll see how it goes. I got two in mind, and we'll see which one I show. But may have a mystery guest. We'll see how that goes next week.
Oh well.
The week after that, though, is HJ's pick, and he picked this,
which was inspired by this.
In a not too distant suburb, on a very quiet street.
Well, I guess it's about that time. Need any help?
Earl Keese, a reserved, hard-working homeowner, sits calmly waiting for his dinner. little does he know he's about to meet the neighbors.
Enid! Someone's moving into the Warren place!
So?
Funny time to be moving.
Ramona.
Hello. What can I do for you?
The question is, what do you want in return? Is your wife making dinner?
Would you like to join us?
You go ask your wife if it's okay.
Oh, it's no problem, really.
Don't argue with me, Earl.
And Vic.
So, what do you say, neighbor? Welcome to the end of the road, I guess. It's a great house. Thank you. I mean mine. Well, what's on the menu, pal? I'm starved.
And somehow his life will never be the same.
Who goes there?
Hi, Carol Keith.
Columbia Pictures presents John Belushi,
I swear to God, Enid, we may have to move. They're very strange people.
Dan Aykroyd,
I'm tasty.
They come in 4 flavors. What a great idea.
Yeah.
Kathy Moriarty,
Your left ball in the corner pocket.
in Neighbors. Lock the doors.
You go to hell. You're not getting back in here.
They're coming your way.
Well, that should be interesting because I have not seen it since I was a kid and saw it on HBO, and I watched it once and I hated it. So I'm interested to see how I feel about it.
Well, remember, that's the way I felt about 1941, so you never
Yeah, I
know.
remember it's being kind of dark. The neighbors.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen this, but again, like you said, it was on HBO, and they used to show this stuff ad nauseum. And this one I actually watch over and over again. So
Now, if we were going to continue on themes about picks, I could always pick Continental Divide.
Oh, 76 from Dan Aykroyd and.
No, Continental Divide's just John Belushi.
Oh, I'm thinking of.
And he's a reporter, and he goes to the mountains, and he falls, and the girl, brings him back to health, and they end up falling in love with each other. He lives in Chicago. She lives in the mountains. I'll have to play the trailer for you. It's a totally.
That was more a love story. With
it's a love story.
Neighbors is not a love story. In fact, it's
kind of
well,
dark,
we'll talk about it when we see it in 2 weeks. So in this Tuesday, we're going to do 2 more episodes of the Monster Squad, and then we have Johnny V's pick for Retribution.
And tonight we also have another episode of.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Yup, That's Real News. I am your anchor, Jeannie Vintage. Tonight, we have a story out of Greenville, Kentucky. Took place on February 21st, 2026. It's reported by Maggie Hudlow on February 24th and part of the Conservation News and Wildlife Management. Buckle up. This is a weird one. Cue the banjos in the distance. On February 21st, a motorist called 911 to report they had witnessed a man having sex with a dead deer on the side of Philip Stone Way in Central City. Police went to investigate the disturbing report and found the man near the scene with bloody hands and his pants around his knees. Officers also observed unspecified fluid on his facial hair, deer fur stuck to the bottom of his hoodie, and bloodstains on his boxers. The man identified as Alan Lynn Osborne. Hang on. There you go.
Oh, God.
A 32-year-old from Owensboro was arrested within 30 minutes. Once back at Muhlenberg County Jail, police also discovered that Osborne had blood and deer fur stuck to his genitals. This is a first for me, and I've been here for 21 years, Central Police Chief Jason Lindsay told the press. Osborne faces felony charges for sexual crimes against animals. His bail is currently set at $5,000, and he pleaded not guilty on Monday morning. If convicted, he could face a sentence of 1 to 5 years in prison. We're all for mounting taxidermy on your walls of animals you've harvested, but please refrain from mounting roadkill in any way, shape, or form. That deer surely don't deserve that. I've been Jenny Vintage, and this has been Yep, That's Real News.
GoFundMe.
Bye. What?
This is why we can't have a family show because of these things like this. My God.
I'm surprised you didn't put Yoko's face over his. I was waiting for that.
Deer on the deer.
or on the deer. Yeah.
It's funny. I had almost forgot to do the Yoko thing. So give me 1 second here.
Almost.
I think I saved it. Let me see.
I had to bring it up, didn't I?
Oh yeah. Well, it what got me to thinking was, it was Christmas, and I kept seeing all the Santa Clauses.
Oh no!
Is that the one that knocked out Belushi? I mean, Aykroyd.
No, it was Belushi, because Belushi was underneath it with the head.
Oh no, but the one that
the other one that knocked out
that hit Aykroyd in the head. That was that one.
Probably, Yoko.
Richie got creamed by the huge one. That was. Yeah.
So Yoko took out Dan Aykroyd. All right.
That's another thing. There's no shared scenes between Belushi and Aykroyd, other than
For
Aykroyd.
that little one at the end, yeah.
Well, and I don't even think that that scene was in the original. I think they said that was a scene from the extended version where he saluted him. I don't remember. I don't remember. Like I said, I might have to go back and watch the 2-hour version just to see. But okay, so we
anybody's still watching, stick around. We're getting ready to do the Saturday Night Live episode 2 with Paul Simon. If not, you'll see this you'll see the SNL episode later, because we'll make it short. Because I'm sure this is going to be short. So stick with us.
I mean, thanks everybody watching this, and watching. Thank you, Juke. So we'll be back with the next 86th first Retribution in 2 weeks. Can't wait. And then My Pick of Neighbors. And until then, we'll see you Tuesday with 2 more episodes of the Monster Squad. So for all of us here, that was the 86 review of 1941. Thank you for picking it, John. I have to say.
Thank you for enjoying it. I'm glad y'all appreciate it.
I like I said, sometimes you have a different perspective on things. 40 years later? So yeah.
All right. So thanks again, everybody. Give us a slight pause for a couple of minutes, and we'll be right back live with the SNL. That way, everybody can freshen up their drinks or whatever they may need to do. And
welcome, we got them.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to put the logo up, and we'll be back. So thanks for joining us tonight, and peace out.
Not all. Thank you.
Woohoo! That's not our logo. There you go. Eleanor, bugger off. What, you want to get in your chair? Go ahead. Go get in your chair. Come on. Go ahead. Get in your chair. Get in your chair. Come on.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All righty. Welcome, everybody, to the 86th review of Saturday Night Live, Season 1, Episode 2, Paul Simon.
Woohoo!
I'm just going to come out and always say first, as a kid, I hated this episode. It bored me to tears. I remember it.
Oh,
Probably in reruns, not an original airing, but still, because I wanted to stay awake to see Dr. Madblood in the scary movie for that night. And this one probably put me to sleep. And as an adult, I still dislike this episode.
Yeah.
So,
You're not the only one.
first impression, who wants to go first?
I'll say this. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, was it what? I don't understand the decision not to have what primarily was the focus of this show.
yeah.
I mean, maybe there might have been factors here. Maybe the ratings weren't that great on the first episode, and they thought maybe we'll go heavier with music. Not having your cast in there, except for Chevy Chase, stumbling in the beginning, them showing up as the bees, and then
That was a
when we can update. It was baffling.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Muppets had more airtime.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I watched the first episode, I really liked what I saw, like the sketches. I thought it was off the wall humor. It was different for anything. Because, I mean, look at you were, speaking of Milton Berle and all that stuff, you were just so used to those variety shows.
Yes.
Bob Hope, Dean Martin, And I'm not saying they weren't bad, but this was something that was appealing to the younger people.
It was a different flavor. Yeah.
And then they totally turned it around, and I will never understand it. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Vintage. Watching it a second time, I have to admit, I fast forwarded not through all the music. I mean, I like some of what they did, but no, it just baffles me to what. And I kind of Googled it, and there was no answer to it. They said they were getting their feet wet, and they thought maybe doing music was going to be the thing. But I mean, you already had shows like the Midnight Special and Rock Concert and stuff like that that focused on music.
Yeah.
This should have been a comedy. I mean, we'll go through each sketch, but it's the way I felt about it.
All right, Frankie Apple Pie. I like how he did the costume change in between. He added a hat between episodes, so it looks.
I know. I was going to change. I was going to change the color so I wouldn't be Two-Face.
Yeah, switch it so it's green on that. Oh, that's cool.
I like that one.
Yeah, that is funky.
Yeah, you couldn't be Two-Face. You don't live in Australia. Anyway.
Okay. I agree. I don't dislike Paul Simon, but oh my God, is he a boring host? I mean, whenever he talked, it was like, and I'm like, dude, this is Saturday Night Live, the second episode. You're killing it, and I don't mean it in a good way.
And that fucking freaking hairstyle. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was.
The porn stash, the porn mustache.
Yeah. I was trying to figure, is that real or is that one of those? Because it looked like you just peel it right off. I mean, they had all the makeup and everything. They were probably playing in the green room, in the makeup room before the show. It's like, I think I'll go on with this. What do you think, Gart? The musical stuff's great if you like Paul Simon, especially, Art Garfunkel. It was just the setup, the layout. I would have been, I'm afraid back in the day, I might have been like, yeah, I'm done with this show and not seen the next episode because I would have thought if this is what's going to be like, forget it. Boring shit. Now, I'm not saying Paul Simon's horrible because he has hosted more than 5 times and he's part of that elite, 5-time hosts, whatever. Not much after this when he hosted the episode where he was the Thanksgiving episode where he was the turkey and George Harrison was the musical guest. I think that was a really good episode. But that was a little music heavy too, but.
Well, and I have to say that Paul Simon's musical choices weren't bad either.
No.
And what he's saying with Garfunkel and, I just, Randy Newman. We'll get to that. That's,
Yeah, he looked like he was like I don't know, like he's petrified being there. He didn't really like. He dragged him out of his house and sat him down there. Look, you're gonna be Saturday Night Live with me, and you know they're gonna love you, and you guys all that crap. But yeah, it was a snooze fest, the music part. But and even some of the, unfortunately, what time they did allow for skits, I think they wasted half that time with the Muppets in the movie. You know, what's his face's video.
Yeah.
Oh, that was well. What are we going to go through it bit by bit or whatever?
Unfortunately, I have it listed, so here we go.
Is that like 4 bits?
Well,
we're skip the music ones.
I've actually got it listed starting by song, so
Okay.
I apologize ahead of time. Let me put my glasses on.
Yeah, I apologize too.
It opens with Paul Simon's doing "Still Crazy" after all these years, and then Chevy comes in after Number and Falls, and it's live from New York at Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that? No. All right, good. All right. The next one was Paul Simon with the Jesse Dixon Singers. Love Me Like
that song. I like that song.
Yeah, good song.
Actually, I did like that song.
Yeah.
So, all right.
No complaints there.
Then we had Jerry Rubin, the Jerry Rubin segment.
That was, boy, what a horrible actor. And he's not known for being an actor. What did he say? Burn pot, not people. I mean,
I didn't know who the hell Jerry Rubin was. So
he was an activist, and you know, he. I mean, it was for what they put him in. That was, you know, perfect for him. And I kind of thought it was a little funny with the wallpaper, but I'm telling you, once again, zero reaction from the audience, and I think that's what got me throughout this whole thing. I mean, yeah, they clapped at the end of the musical numbers, but nobody laughed.
I don't recall this part, and I watched it on. I'm sure I watched the full version because
I was him with the protest wallpaper.
Yeah, it was like an infomercial type thing.
It was kind of an infomercial.
Oh yeah, that was freaking stupid. That's why I forgot it. It was like, oh my god,
he was so stiff doing it. You know, I mean, if they had gotten one of the primetime players to play him doing it,
yes,
it probably would have been funnier if you had Belushi playing him or you had Aykroyd playing him. But he was, oh my gosh.
But again, they're getting their feet wet. They're trying things out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will never figure this episode. I mean, we'll talk about final thoughts. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I can't tell you guys how much fun I have doing this series and how much fun we're going to have with all the crap we know we get to look forward to watching.
Yes, the good stuff.
Although we do have to suffer from time to I'll have, as time goes on, maybe I'll find something, but this is like probably my least favorite SNL episode. I'm not going to.
I'll tell you what I'm going to be waiting for is it'll be 5 weeks from now. Richard Pryor.
Yeah, that
anyway.
That one's a good conversation piece there.
Yeah.
All right. So after we got that, then we've got a good friend of David Eisenhower's song.
That's when they started doing that. Or did they do that in the first episode when they did the overlays with people in the audience? Or was that
this was the first time. That's what
it was, right? A good friend.
Yeah, this is the first time that over the audience.
That was always a bright spot to me.
Yeah.
I always liked when they did that.
I just have to, as we go, we'll pay attention. How long did it continue? Did it end up continuing through all the film?
I think they did that for a while. Yeah.
I think it for a couple seasons at least.
Yeah.
So hey, look, comedy. Let's get back to this. Then Paul Simon is going to introduce Randy Newman. He starts singing "I Loved You the First Time I Saw You," a Randy Newman song. So this is my 0.5 song because he sang part of that song and then introduced Randy Newman and sings "Sail Away." All right. I could. You want me to comment for you? He wants to go first because.
Do I have to comment?
I wasn't a big Randy Newman fan until he did the theme to Monk. You know,
I wasn't a fan until he did the theme for Toy Story.
Yeah, that's me too.
that's what I'm saying. Later on,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I really never heard him sing that before, so I don't know anything about it, and I didn't know at that point was that a hit for him or did he have other songs? I was blind on that one. You know,
I got two things. Every Randy Newman song sounds the same. I'm just gonna say, and every time I look at him, he looks like he's constipated.
well, it kind of sounds like that too, to be honest. I mean.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Joe Cocker sometimes.
Or like he's having a stroke, or something. Yeah.
No, the stroke is Joe Cocker. Randy Newman's the constipation, so we'll leave it.
And by the way, we get Joe Cocker and John Belushi next episode.
Excellent.
It was Rob Reiner.
Reiner.
So we're definitely gonna get some more comedy than songs. But so technically, we've had 3.5 songs so far, and then the bees come out.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yay, bees.
Paul Simon tells them, "I'm sorry, guys, your number was canceled," and that was the big cast reveal.
and Chevy Chase wasn't there because he did Weekend Update. I suppose.
That came next.
Who was that guy standing in the back? There was somebody I didn't recognize.
Was it the
I'd have to go back and look.
You got to go back and look because I was looking at him like, okay, I see, this one, I see the cast members, and I'm like, who's that guy in the back? I don't know who that. I mean, he wasn't Franken or Davis. He wasn't, Donahue, the writer. Sometimes is in there. Mm-hmm. I don't know who it was. Mm-hmm.
Next, we had Weekend Update with Chevy, and that was the shortest probably Weekend Update too. I think I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally President Ford's weekly accident, and
yes, that actually was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, and the Secret Service wrestled the bumper and the finger
and the thumb. The thumb. Yes, that was funny. But like you said, it was too short.
All right. So then the other part of Weekend Update was Paul Simon going against Connie Hawkins in basketball.
The best part of the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I enjoyed that.
I mean, how funny was that? I mean, Connie Hawkins, or the Hawk, who was part of the Atlanta Hawks at that time. I mean, to be honest with you, I was super impressed with Paul Simon's basketball skills. I didn't think he'd even be able to dribble the ball.
Oh yeah, same here.
Of course, Hawkins, was holding back for comedy. But I'm telling you, there was so many parts of that make me laugh.
Oh,
when he went to block him and he jumped actually over him, and then Simon just came in and did the no. That was the highlight of the whole. And they had Marv Albert on there, the real Marv Albert.
Yeah.
At first, when I heard the voice, I thought, oh, that's somebody imitating him. But no, that highlight of the whole episode for me.
Next, we get the Simon and Garfunkel reunion. I liked the little vignette thing they did, showing them through their career. Mm-hmm. I actually have like a whole little CD collection of the best of Simon Garfunkel. I like them, but it's not the most uplifting music. No. It's kind of like if you're bummed out and depressed.
It had its place, yeah.
And then Paul Simon by himself. Just to harp back on something that I just it's like a big ass tub of vanilla ice cream that you get fed every day. It's just vanilla. It's so plain, and I don't understand. I find and I kind of find his attitude kind of comes a little bit smug, especially when he was talking with Art. When they came out, And it's not an appealing attitude. I don't care for his single music, I'm sure people do, but nobody has gone to a party. Hey man, let's get this party rocking. Let's pull out some Paul Simon.
Did you ever see his movie in the 70s?
Well, how about Art Garfunkel? I mean, his solo career was, and it's funny. It always happens with people when they split up. You have one that you can kind of tell was the bigger talent, and Art Garfunkel's got a great voice.
Oh god, yeah.
But what
was
his
in a later episode of SNL, if I'm not mistaken? He made an appearance.
But what was his only hit? Wasn't it a cover song of Garfunkel.
I only have eyes for you.
Yeah, that was kind of like his only hit.
Yeah.
You know.
So they did 3 songs. They did The Boxer, Scarborough Fair, and My Little Town.
Yeah, and again, I didn't mind watching that. All great songs.
I did not mind. Yeah, as I kind of like it. But
again, too long. You know, like, what was this a concert?
No,
You
yeah, because then Art did his solo piece. You know, I only have eyes for you after that.
Yeah.
So that means we're up to 7.5 songs on the show already. All right. Okay, and then we had the Muppets. You know, Dreg versus the Vesties, and you know their planets on the verge of default, and they do the whole whatever, you know, tribute.
I'm going to be honest with you. I fast forwarded through that. It's
I tried.
so out of place in this, and it's not funny.
It's not funny,
and
it just boggles my mind that this was the longest comedy sketch on the show. I don't get it. I don't understand.
And it harkens back to, like I said, Franken and Davis were doing the writing at that point too for this, as well as Michael Donahue, and they hated writing these sketches. And I think they probably gave him the worst crap that they can think of. And I can't believe this lasts for a whole season.
Yeah. Me neither.
I don't know how many episodes in the first season of Saturday Night Live. I mean, do you know offhand?
No, but I have the set.
Because the setup for the Muppets, I mean, that's a rigged setup.
That's I had that written down too. You know, the set is massive for that. And,
and you see them working. It's amazing. Henson is fantastic, but yeah, this was not. Again, like I said, this is Yoko Ono on a John Leckie record. You know, Yoko was great, and she's doing avant-garde shit with all the other stuff. And but put her on a Beatle record, no.
Well, hang on one second.
There's 24 episodes in season 1.
So there's 24 episodes of the Muppets, because I think they said they're gone by the first season.
I don't know if they're there for all 24 episodes, but we'll find out here in 24 weeks. 22.
I don't know. To me, there was again. I know they were trying to throw everything into the pot, and and that's I guess what a variety show is. But I don't know. You would have thought after, and I don't remember them being on anyway. No, let me rephrase that. I don't know if they did this type of setup with the Muppets throughout the whole first season, because I kind of remember other bits with the Muppets, but not that being in the first season. So I don't know if they kind of decided, okay, let's not do this, but let's keep them on and do something. As we go along, we'll find out, because I do remember other bits, and not that one. With I don't know how long this lasts. I hope it doesn't last long.
Yeah, I mean, shame.
Yeah.
All I have in my notes after the Muppets that I just put still not funny, and then
that's funny because that's what I said too.
Right. So let's go to another not so funny subject, and then we'll do the Albert Brooks film.
Oh gosh!
And dear God, I'm going to let somebody else give her. I've got notes on this because I found some of the subject matter to be very. You would not do this subject matter today. That's all I got to say. There's no way that anybody would, in the right mind, would post some of the subject matter that here. But he wants to.
I mean, the only thing I found kind of funny of it, was his daughter, and the guy escorting his daughter out. Yeah, that was kind of funny, but the rest of it, I don't know. And that's another thing. How long did this go on, too? I know Brooks had been on it for a while, and I never really found him or any of his stuff funny at all.
God, no. Did he, by chance, do the film where Belushi was the last one alive and went to the cemetery? If so, then that was his best.
No, that wasn't him. I don't think that was him.
Then all his shit sucks.
I know what you're talking about. I remember that one, and I remember how ironic that was.
I know. Oh God, yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I mean, maybe it was him. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think it was.
As well as everybody that decides to watch this little get together we're having.
Yeah, I'll let Frankie go because I got to look it up. You know. It's gonna bug me now.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I think he tries too hard. He seems a little cocky. He thinks everybody's into his gig or whatever he wants to talk about. And, nah, I don't like Big Mouth's. Like, I don't know. I just not a fan. I just.
Well, you'll be happy to know he only did it in the first season. It was only 9 episodes. So.
All right. Wow.
Yay!
Subject matter is just like the last from the first episode. The whole. Just the whole thing about the consent age, lowering the consent age, and he's like trying to pick up this like 7-year-old.
Well, that's what this one has child abuse in it.
Yeah.
Gosh, and you know what it says? He was actually the first person that was hired for the series.
Wow.
And other than be part of the cast, he opted to do these short films.
Should be the first person fired.
Well, I mean, with any luck, what have we seen? 2 of them. We only have 7 more to endure, according to this. So
The last one's the worst. It's just like boring as shit.
We had a note down here that it said first time going to the bathroom by himself, like 9 or 10. I forget what that referred to in that scene there.
yeah.
I
I mean, unfortunately, like the Muppets, that's another thing I kind of watched and fast forward through because it's like, you know,
well, I do the work. I watched this shit. Well, I fast forwarded the first one and watched this shit all the way through the second time. The Peeping Tom dad and the dad filming his son for getting laid for the first time, and she
oh gosh,
he wasn't getting laid. He was going to get probably, but then the girl runs out because dad comes in with the camera.
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't find it funny.
No. I to be honest with you, I don't remember. I mean, it might be wrong as we watch this. I don't remember finding any humor in any of those. I was not a fan of him.
It was like he's trying to convince people that he's hip and was cool and and he was edgy. It's like, no, you're boring.
I'll tell you, there's two.
I don't remember any of them being funny.
Yeah. 2 people I didn't find funny back then, and one of them is going to be a future host that we're going to. Him and Robert Klein. I never found them funny.
I understand. It was hit or miss with Robert Klein for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I thought he was really funny. Sometimes it was just like,
Believe it or not, Robert Klein to me was better when he was in non-comedic roles in movies, which he did do a couple of dramatic things, and I thought he was good as a comedian. Never liked him. I hope he's not watching. Is he still alive?
I don't think so. If he is, I'm sorry.
Don't sue us. Don't sue us.
Great. Only probably this week. They did it again. They killed another one.
After we get the Brooks film, we get song number 8 by Phoebe Snow, No Regrets, Billie Holiday cover.
I like Phoebe Snow Loving You song, but I wasn't really.
Robert Klein is still alive, by the way.
And you know what? That's also the debut of another cast member, kind of. Wasn't she pregnant with Maya Rudolph when she sang that?
Oh, yeah, I think she was. Yeah.
So that was Maya Rudolph's first Saturday Night Live appearance in a weird kind of way.
Well, then Phoebe and Simon did Gone at Last, so that's song number 9.
That's what I was saying at the end of the show.
Then we had a commercial for Peacemaker, Try Hard battery commercial.
Pacemaker.
Pacemaker. Try
Yes,
Hard.
that was actually funny. That was actually funny.
Sorry, I'm getting my comic book reference Peacemaker in there.
Yeah, the Pacemaker battery. Yeah, that. Again, one of the first of probably what's going to be a long line of their parody commercials. Which
remember the first episode they had the double blade razor.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They were always funny when they did those things. Yeah.
Then we had song number 10, American Tune. Then Bill Bradley from the New York Knicks came out and gave Paul Simon a trophy, and then it's good.
Oh yeah, it's bigger than Paul Simon. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was it. Wow.
He was a horrible host on this first episode.
Honestly, if anybody wants to binge watch the first season, just skip this one. Just I mean, you can watch the Paul Simon play basketball thing, and that's pretty much the best part of this. And unless you're a big Paul Simon fan,
yeah.
Well, and like I said, when it got on earlier, or later into the series.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember when the Rolling Stones were on, they did like a little mini concert, but they were the only guests doing that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't mind them
Plus
doing
the
that.
Stones. They tried to get the Beatles to do it.
But the multiple musical guests, which thank God they stopped doing that.
Yeah, like you said, like a midnight special or something like that.
Right. I mean, that exactly. I mean, if I wanted to see that, I would tune that in instead. And they had hipper people. I mean, not that I'm saying I don't like Phoebe Snow. Yeah.
Myers' mom.
And again, it will. I keep Googling it to see if somebody comes up with an answer as to why they didn't have the cast. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's
I'm with Frank. They're still testing things out at this time. Yeah. It seems like a very wasted opportunity. Maybe Paul Simon had more pull on this episode, and he wants all these people in. Whatever it may be, we have probably suffered the worst one, and if we can only go up from here. There may be a few bumps in the road, but
we'll see.
That'll be the measuring stick. What will be worse than the Paul Simon episode 2 episode that we come across? Because even
he's a turkey in this one, he's a turkey in another one later.
Yeah, maybe he can outdo himself.
Maybe I'll actually dress like a turkey.
Hey, thanks everybody that's watched us. If we did this live tonight or anytime after the fact, we'll post these up. I may start this week's doing but the first episode, the George Carlin one up. Maybe I'll do that this Saturday if I can get motivated.
So what's the next Saturday night?
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner, and was it just one musical guest or more than?
I think it's just. Let me double check. Yeah, I think it's just Joe Cocker.
Oh, great! And John Belushi.
Yeah, it just says, that's all it says. Rob Reiner, musical guest, Joe Cocker with John Belushi, and it aired October 25th, 1975.
Oh wow, Halloween weekend.
Yeah, that should be interesting too.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait for the the Halloween episode. I think it's in the second season. That I don't know if you remember it, with Garrett Morris waiting at Houdini's grave in New York, because Houdini always said that he would rise
on
Halloween, and they had Garrett Morris out at. You gotta wait.
Oh yeah, definitely. I roughly remember that. But yeah, it was one of those on the scenes. He was actually at the.
Yeah, he was at Houdini's grave. Yeah, in New York.
Who's the host? It wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis. I know she hosted later, but I don't think she hosted anything.
No, I don't remember.
Halloween wasn't even out yet.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Is it Linda Blair?
Yeah, because unfortunately, how long did this cast last as far as seasons go?
5.
Yeah, 5.
5?
Minus Belushi, Aykroyd, and Chevy, because Chevy left mid-season.
And then that's when Bill Murray came in. He replaced Chevy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to look that up. But that was their Halloween episode with Garrett Morris and that was hilarious.
And who would have thought Bill Murray would actually become a bigger star than Chevy Chase?
Oh my God! Because he was a big star, Chevy. And then all of a sudden to replace him.
Oh yeah, he did some good. He did some great films actually. But him doing that Chevy Chase talk show, I don't get that.
Oh.
That harkens back to Saturday Night with
Yep.
and tapping him on the shoulder. And I mean, maybe he oh, I don't know. Maybe he should have replaced Johnny Carson, but
No, it should have been David Letterman that replaced Johnny.
Yes, I totally agree.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Regardless of that.
do you remember that TV movie about that whole scenario?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a TV movie. I forget what it was called, but it was about Letterman and Leno going
Late
to that
Night Wars
job.
or something to that effect.
Wow.
What was it? The Late Night War or something? Yeah, something like that. And I forget who they got to play Letterman or Leno, but the one that played Letterman, he was spot on.
Really?
I gotta look that up. Yeah. Who knows?
I was never a Leno fan either.
No.
He's
I don't dislike the guy, but I'm just like, yeah. But Letterman, I've always loved Letterman. I always thought he was great.
yeah. Well,
No, who knows what would have happened? Yeah.
well, thank you for everybody that's watched, and we enjoy doing this. We hope you enjoy watching it. We'll be back with another episode. Hey, I don't know when we'll do it next week. It could be after Monster Squad. It could be after. It probably will be after the mystery movie because we're watching.
Yeah, because you know what? Frank and I never know what's coming up after these episodes, you know?
Yeah.
We're just as surprised as you are.
Yep.
And by the way, I mean, if you have any comments or anything, leave them under the videos. You know,
Yeah.
we have these, who posts them? Juke, Dr.
Juke
Ed,
Doc,
and my Eerie Late Night page. You know, if you have opinions about these shows, please feel free, comment. You know, we'd love it.
Roast us. I don't care.
Yeah, roast us. We're good with that. We've been roasted before.
Yeah.
But we roast back. So be
And,
careful.
we do that. So yeah.
Yeah, we might mention you in a future episode. Who knows? Yeah.
Or
We
maybe
might rate your comment. Who knows?
or maybe Jenny will respond. You never know.
Hey, that'd be a cool that'd be a cool segment, you know.
All right, everybody.
Jenny responds to viewer comments. There
Yeah.
you go. So there's incentive for you to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see
Thank
you Tuesday at 7:10 for 2 more episodes of the Monster Squad. I believe there's 6 and 8. 6 and 8. Yeah. So yeah, because 7 we watched.
Yeah, we saw it already.
All right, everybody. Thanks again. We'll see you out.
Peace out, everybody. Love all of you. Take care.